The high voltage fight can be seen in Baramati constituency of Maharashtra, where Supriya Sule has got challenged from her own family member Neta Pawar. To talk on that, we have Supriya Sule with us. Ma'am, my first and direct question to you: what is your vision for the Baramati now? Because you are representing Baramati since quite a long time. Your father was representing the same constituency, and whenever we talk about Baramati, everyone says it's a ideal town. Everything is here. So what is your vision for Baramati now? Because everyone wants to know how you are going to develop Baramati further.
Well, you have to take it, you have to constantly change and evolve. That's the beauty of development. You have to, of course, take it to the next level. And I'm so happy and proud that last 60 years, Mr. Pawar got elected from Baramati in 1967 for the first time. And people have been extraordinarily kind, supporting, loving and caring towards us. And we are blessed because Sharad Pawar is Baramati and Baramati is Sharad Pawar.
My political question to you is that every time whenever we have seen the national picture, the BJP leaders have always raised the question, they have alleged about the corruption and they have taken the names of the leaders, especially say Ashok Chauhan, Ajit Pawar, and now all those leaders are in BJP. What is your take on that?
I don't have a take. I think Nirmala ji has already replied to that. I think the Honorable Finance Minister of India has clarified what their stand is. So I think I really don't need to say anything about it anymore.
Last Sunday, we saw a massive rally in Delhi in support of Arvind Kejriwal and Mr. Shore. How do you see this continuous, I will say, the notices, summons have been issued to the opposition leaders only, and even we have seen the two chief ministers were arrested.
It's very, very unfortunate, and this is not the India I grew up in or I resonate with. It's very sad to see that ice means not what you're thinking, which you're adding to the lemonade with the heat in India right now, but ice means income tax, CBI and ED. It's very unfortunate that how these three offices are completely misused. And let's go by data. If you look at data, 95% cases of ICE, which is income tax, CBI and ED, are for people and leaders in the opposition. I mean, what more do you want me to say after this?
If we talk about law and order in Maharashtra, your party had basically raised, even you had raised the question about missing women from Maharashtra. Did you get any answer from Home Minister?
Not at all. You get no answers from this government. They are so busy breaking parties, breaking homes, use of ICE. They really have no time for administration.
If we see the situation of drought in Maharashtra is very severe, many villages are totally depending on the water tankers. Even those water tanker supply is not regular. Do you think the state government is putting that kind of attention on this kind of issue?
Clearly, this government is completely insensitive. Last 3 months, this was 3 months ago, I raised this issue that please watch out. There is a drought-like situation in Maharashtra, especially in Pune district and Baramati Lok Sabha. The dams were not full, and it's really unfortunate that this insensitive government of Maharashtra has not even bothered to do anything about it. When our local MLAs asked for it, they said yes. They reassured them in the assembly that we'll do something about it. But another story of failure of this 200 MLA government, that they have known to have a minute for such sensitive issues that really matter and hurt the farmers of the state.
Ma'am, if we talk about this Lok Sabha election, we have seen that both the alliances have not basically declared their exact seats, that what will be the sharing formula, how many seats they are taking, because all the parties have declared their individual seats. What do you think about this? Why there is a delay which is happening from your side, or especially from the Mahavikas Aghadi also, when everything is on the track? That's what all leaders are saying.
Of course it's on track. Well, I can't talk about them. I can talk about us. And clearly we are a very democratic alliance. So if there are a couple of seats where there are challenges, but that's the beauty of democracy, that the way we like to talk, we have to learn to listen as well. So we'll find a way out. I don't think it's as challenging as it's made it out on television.
As you said that, I'll ask a question regarding your party only. During the last bypolls in Satara, we have seen that the way Sharad Pawar campaigned in that entire reign, and it had turned the entire game.
It's not a bypoll, it was a state election.
State election, I will say. So, but this time, somewhere you were struggling to find the candidate in Satara due to the ill health of Mr. Srinivas Patil, and now the Congress leadership is basically asking somewhere that Prithviraj Chauhan should contest. So what exactly is happening in Satara? Because a lot of attention has been given not from your side but from other side also.
Well, Satara or any other seat, please remember this is India. भारत बड़ा देश है, यहाँ talent की कमी नहीं है. There's a lot of talent, so never underestimate that any party. And I'm a very practical person, so I would not even say for us or anybody in any vibrant democracy, it's about my India which I love. India, there's no dearth of talent, so it's never hard for any party to find a candidate because there's a lot of wonderful, hard-working people who want to serve this nation.
In 1960s, a kind of a situation has arisen when Sharad Pawar ji was just 20 years old. He was, if I'm not wrong, secretary of Youth Congress. And that time his elder brother had contested from the other party.
Other party?
The party which basically your mother had also supported. Your mother was also part of it. But
Not
that,
my mother. My mother was never
not your
involved.
mother, your grandmother. And that time there was a similar kind of situation where Pawar ji had to basically work for the Congress party because he was a member. So how do you see this same kind of situation arising from 64 after 64 years?
It's not the same at all. It's not same at all.
How it is not same if you
Because
could
Mr.
tell?
Pawar did not contest against his brother. Not at all.
But he basically campaigned against his brother.
Campaign is different. It's happened before. My father's sister Saroj Patil, her husband is ND Patil. He's always campaigned against my father. We have no problems with ideologies, but within our party, within our family, nobody is contested against each other. So Mr. Sharad Pawar has never contested
He has
against
campaigned,
it.
obviously.
Campaign is much different than contesting.
Yeah.
And eventually, PWP party is very close in ideology to us. We have very close relations with them.
As you said, and we were discussing about the family, you have been challenged by your family member. How do you see this challenge, and how basically you see the other party's chance? Because continuously they are targeting you that you have not done any work, the development work has not been done. So how do you see this challenge?
I get very amused when they say that because we were all on the same side.
Yeah.
So, and all the MLAs were ours. So when they talk about me and my development, it reflects on the MLAs also and our Jilla Parishad members, because we were all on the same side. And just because 6 months we are apart, suddenly I can't become evil, right?
Exactly.
So I find it really funny when they say that. So, but it's a democracy, they can say what they want. See, regarding me, with my parliamentary performance, I don't have a single corruption charge against me. My parliamentary performance speaks for itself. My contact in my constituency and data speaks for itself, the development that we have done as a team. I never say I have done anything. What reality is, we have done everything. So I am a we person, not a I person.
Last question I would like to ask you. Recently, you have got a letter from the local Congress workers that they are quite unhappy with the NCP or the party. What exactly is that matter?
There are two youngsters in Baramati who want more access naturally. Because last 5 years, Ajit Pawar ji used to look after all this. So Ajit Pawar was the local Neta here and he was handling everything. So they had no access to him. So this is what their complaint was. So we'll take corrective measure.
So will they get access of you?
I'm most accessible. You can ask anybody. I walk the streets of my constituency and I don't have security. So I'm very easily, you can find out on the streets of anywhere in my constituency how much. I walk, I hang, I eat vada pav with them. I'm the girl next door, I'm one of them. Please understand, I'm an elected representative here. So, of course I have to be available for them. That's why I'm in public life.
That's what we heard from Supriya Sule, who basically gave us very quick and very brief answers about all the questions. Right now I'm standing outside Congress party office in Baramati. And this particular office where right now Supriya Sule had come, and she's meeting the local Congress workers, she's addressing them. As we all know that the Congress and NCP, Sharad Pawar faction, they are part of Mahavikas Aghadi, but there is a history to this particular office. This particular office has got history, legacy, because this is the office where Sharad Pawar, when he was a part of Congress, when he was in Congress, he filled his form for the first time from this particular office. Former CMs like Yashwantrao Chauhan, they had also visited at this office, and this office was constructed in pre-independence era. So you can imagine that there is a legacy to this particular office. And why Supriya Sule is visiting, as I said, that in 1967, when the election, 1964, I beg your pardon, when the election happened, and for the first time, Sharad Pawar got the ticket of Baramati State Assembly. This was the office where Sharad Pawar had come, and he has filled his form. And after filling his form from this particular office, he, along with his supporters, the colleagues, had gone to the local collector office to submit the form. So that's why every year Supriya Sule makes sure that she will come to this particular office. She addresses the Congress workers, she meets the Congress workers, they chalk out the plan, she motivates them, she also listens that what kind of strategy should be adopted and what exactly is happening on the ground, how, what exactly are the expectations of Congress workers from the Supriya Sule. And that's why right now also Supriya Sule had gone inside. She's addressing them, she's meeting them, she's having a one-on-one conversation with the local Congress leaders over here. We are in battlefield of Baramati, where Supriya Sule has been challenged by none other than Sunetra Pawar, who is a wife of Ajit Pawar. To know the pulse of ground zero, we are here in Baramati and we have been joined by few youngsters, and we'll go across to them, we'll ask them what are their expectations, what do they feel and what exactly they have to say and what do they expect from their next MP. आप मुझे सबसे पहले आपका नाम बताइए और आप क्या करते हैं?
मेरा नाम वर्धन खोमने है और मैं विद्या प्रतिष्ठान में एग्रीकल्चर बायोटेक्नोलॉजी कर रहा हूँ।
वर्धन, मुझे बताइए कि एमपी का इलेक्शन होने वाला है, जहाँ पे लोकसभा का इलेक्शन होगा, आप यहाँ से एमपी चुनोगे, लेकिन इस बार बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग फाइट आपके इस कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी में, जहाँ पे सुप्रिया सुले के खिलाफ सुनेत्रा पवार है, मतलब एक ही घर के दो लोग आमने सामने है। कैसे देखते हैं आपको?
हमें इस बार लगता है कि थोड़ा डिफरेंट मीन्स क्या बोलते हैं, माहौल है। हाँ। इस बार थोड़ा लगता है कि सुप्रिया सुले को तकलीफ होगी। हाँ, तकलीफ होगी इस बार।
तकलीफ होगी, उनके लिए आसानी होगी, क्या लगता है?
आसान नहीं होगा उनके लिए इस बार पर।
लेकिन मुझे आप बताइए कि क्या मुद्दे हैं, क्या आप कौन से मुद्दों को सामने रख के वोट करोगे? जैसे हमेशा ये कहा जाता है कि बारामती जो है एक ऐसा टाउन है जिसे मॉडल टाउन कहा जाता है, यहाँ पे हर चीज है। तो फिर क्या आपको लगता है कि बारामती का विकास पूरा हुआ है? अगर हाँ तो कैसे, अगर ना तो क्या और होना बाकी है, या आपको लगता है कि ये चीज होनी चाहिए? जब आप बाहर के शहरों में जाते हो और देखते हो तो कंपैरिजन तो कभी ना कभी किया होगा आपने।
हमें बाहर के लोग बोलते हैं कि बारामती का विकास हो रहा है, पर सिर्फ बारामती का ही हो रहा है, मीन्स उसके अलावा ज्यादा विकास नहीं है। ऐसा
बारामती सिटी का विकास हो रहा है, बाकी हाँ। बाकी जगह पे इतना नहीं हो रहा है। हाँ। जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी हो रहा है
वही हो रहा है। मीन्स दूसरे लोग बोलते हैं ना, मीन्स दे आर नॉट लिविंग इन बारामती, दे से लाइक बारामती सिर्फ उस पर ही फोकस कर रहे हैं लोग, मीन्स अदर दे आर नॉट फोकसिंग ऑन। यस।
लेकिन आप मुझे बताइए कि क्या विकास आप चाहते हैं, किस प्रकार का विकास आप चाहते हैं? आप स्टूडेंट हो, आप एग्रीकल्चर में हो, हमने देखा है कि यहाँ पे एग्रीकल्चर, अब शायद से एग्रीकल्चर कॉलेज से ही हो, तो यहाँ पे आप क्या विकास चाहते हैं, किस प्रकार का, अगर मैं आपको पूछूं तो?
गुड एम्प्लॉयमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज फॉर एग्रीकल्चरल स्टूडेंट्स, द बेसिक वांट।
So you mean to say that you should, the situation should not be like that you are going out for your employment or to search for a job, and companies or whatever the employment related to the agriculture field, it should be here and it should be generated here.
Yes. Now as we can see, all are focusing on IT parks. Rather than this, we should also focus on the agriculture sector and in development of that. As we can see, farmers' problems day to day, like suicidal attempts are being usually happen day by day. That must be stopped. Some agriculture sector development must be done in that.
तो एग्रीकल्चर डेवलपमेंट शुड हैपन, दैट्स व्हाट यू आर सेइंग। मैं आपके पास आऊंगा, आप मुझे आपका नाम बताइए और क्या अपेक्षा है आपकी कि आप जब वोट करोगे तो क्या अपेक्षा को, मतलब क्या मद्देनजर रख के आप वोट करोगे, किन विषयों को सामने रख के आप वोट करोगे?
गुड आफ्टरनून, मैं सुषण नंबर विद्या प्रतिष्ठान का स्टूडेंट हूँ और एग्री बायोटेक में अभी 3rd ईयर में पढ़ रहा हूँ जी। मेरे नज़र में ये आया है कि विकास तो हुआ है बारामती का, लेकिन सिर्फ बारामती सिटी में ही हुआ है। जो आसपास के बारामती तालुका, भोर, पुरंदर जो भी है, उधर विकास कम है एज कम्पेयर टू बारामती जी। और स्टूडेंट के लिए जो हम सुविधा देख रहे हो, सिर्फ बारामती में। बाहर इधर लोग 25-25 किलोमीटर ट्रैवल करके लोग बारामती में आते हैं। तो बाहर भी कॉलेज बढ़ने चाहिए, बाहर भी अपॉर्चुनिटी चाहिए स्टूडेंट को, सिर्फ बारामती में नहीं रहना चाहिए, बाहर भी चाहिए।
जैसे हम देखते हैं कि द नियरेस्ट सिटी यू हैव अ बिग सिटी इज पुणे, जो पुणे जैसी बड़ी सिटी है जहाँ पे बाहर से लोग आते हैं और सिर्फ महाराष्ट्र के कोने से नहीं आते, तो पूरे भारत के कोने से लोग वहाँ पे सीखने के लिए आते हैं। आपको लगता है कि ऐसा एक माहौल यहाँ पे भी बनना चाहिए?
हाँ, बनना तो चाहिए, लेकिन बन रहा है, धीरे धीरे बन रहा है। एज कम्पेयर टू सुप्रिया ताई, अजित दादा बेहतर काम कर रहे बारामती में, ऐसा हमको लगता है स्टूडेंट के लिए।
अच्छा, आपको क्या लगता है? इन्होंने तो कह दिया कि एज कम्पेयर टू सुप्रिया ताई अजित दादा अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि ये बहुत डिफिकल्ट होगा सिचुएशन सबके लिए कि एक ही फैमिली के दो लोगों में से एक को चुनना है। इतने साल तक सब एक साथ थे, लेकिन परिस्थितियां अब ऐसे आई है। तो मैं आपसे पूछूंगा कि आपका नजरिया क्या है? जैसे उन्होंने कहा,
इन्होंने जैसे बताया कि अजय दादा काम करे, सच में वो बहुत हार्ड वर्किंग मैन है। सुबह 6 बजे से वो अपना काम चालू करते हैं और दिन भर काम करते रहते हैं, स्टूडेंट के लिए हो, बाकी एमआईडीसी हो, बाकी इंडस्ट्रियल एरिया हो और फार्मर के लिए हो, बहुत सारे ऐसे काम उन्होंने किए। तो वही
आप लोगों से एक मैं वाकया शेयर करना चाहूंगा कि 1960 में ऐसी एक सिचुएशन आई थी जहां पे शरद पवार जी जो है उन्होंने अपने भाई के खिलाफ कैंपेन किया था। उनके जो बड़े भाई थे, जो पीडब्ल्यूपी पार्टी से जिन्होंने कंटेस्ट किया था, वो हारे थे। तो आपको लगता है कि 64 साल के बाद ऐसी एक सिमिलर सिचुएशन आई है, लेकिन यहाँ पे सिचुएशन थोड़ी सी चेंज हुई है। एक ही पार्टी के दो लोग जो है वो आमने सामने है, सुनेत्रा जी और सुप्रिया सुले।
हाँ, look, this is politics. Such things usually happen.
Okay.
So what our perspective is, we think that we must give opportunity to new member rather than Supriya Sule. We are thinking means overall, yes.
But are you confident, because this is the first time Sunetra Pawar ji will be contesting the election? So are you confident about Sunetra Pawar? Because if we see Supriya Sule, she has got n number of experience behind her. So how much confident you are about Sunetra Pawar that she will be able to deliver that much what so far Sharad Pawar and Supriya Sule had done?
First of all, to Sunetra Tai we call Vahini, and means they are always connected to people of Baramati. Good connection between student and her. Means she is an active woman.
She's active in social life, but not in political.
Yes, environmental forum, such non-profitable organization. She has been running for many days. She has great experience in that. So we are thinking she might be good enough to.
You think that she's kind of a good candidate this time?
Yes, definitely.
You tell me, आप मुझे बताइए कि हमेशा देखा गया कि एक वन साइडेड विन जो है वो सुप्रिया सुले की हुई है। 1 लाख का मार्जिन हो, 1 लाख से ज्यादा का मार्जिन हो, क्या लगता है आपको इस बार की मार्जिन क्या हो सकता है, क्या रह सकता है?
नहीं, इस बार तो मार्जिन नहीं लगेगा। हमें लगता है कि सुनेत्रा वही नहीं आएंगी, क्योंकि तब कॉम्पिटिटर अलग था, अब कॉम्पिटिटर अलग है, तब परिस्थिति अलग थी, अब सिचुएशन अलग है।
लेकिन सुनेत्रा जी, अगर आपको लगता है कि वो जीत के आएंगी तो क्या मार्जिन से जीत सकती है वो?
50,000 से अच्छे।
अच्छा, दूसरा आप लोगों से ये
कंपटीशन होगा, टफ कंपटीशन होगा, ये तो होने ही वाला है। पर मीन्स ऐसे स्पेसिफिकली नहीं बता सकती कि बाबा ये जीतेंगे, ये जीतेंगे। पर टफ कंपटीशन जरूर होगा इसमें।
अब आपका जनरेशन जो वो नया है, आपका फर्स्ट टाइम वोटर हो सब, घर में भी बातचीत होती रहती, जब आपके पिताजी हो, आपकी माँ हो या आपके दादाजी हो, जिन्होंने 1-2 जनरेशन देखी है, उनका विचार क्या है? क्या व्हाट दे डू थिंक, आर दे इन अ डिलेमा whom to vote and whom not to vote, or there is kind of a confusion at your place?
हाँ, वो तो है, परिवार में ये डिस्कशन होता है कि कौन आएगा, कौन नहीं आएगा। पर इस बार सभी सोच रहे हैं कि नए चेहरे को हमें संधि देना है, ऐसा है।
What do you think? आपको क्या लगता है कि आपके घर में भी थोड़ा बहुत कंफ्यूजन रहता है, क्योंकि आप सब बारामती से हो, बारामती के कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी से हो, तो इट बिकम्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू चूज वन पर्सन फ्रॉम द फैमिली व्हेन बोथ ऑफ देम हैव वर्कड एक्सटेंसिवली।
यस, मतलब फैमिली में तो ये डिस्कशन चलता है कि किसको देना है, किसको नहीं। पर ये जो दादा ने जो यहाँ काम किया है, उसके ऊपर बहुत सारा डिस्कशन हमारे फैमिली में हो चुका है। तो वही कि दादा के साथ रहना है, दादा को साथ देना है, वो हमारे लिए काम करते हैं, स्टूडेंट के लिए हो, कोई मतलब ऐसे इंडस्ट्री यहाँ पे ला चुके हैं, तो उसके लिए।
लेकिन बात की जाती है कि दादा इज नॉट एक्सेसिबल, ताई एक्सेसिबल रहती है, दादा एक्सेसिबल नहीं रहते, दादा को कोई जाके डायरेक्टली मिलता नहीं, ऐसी भी बात होती है, आपको क्या लगता है?
नहीं नहीं, दादा इज ऑलवेज रेडी फॉर एवरीवन. मीन्स एनी वन कैन गो एंड मीट हिम व्हेन ही इज प्रेजेंट इन बारामती. Usually he has meeting schedules. In that he
Have you met Dada?
yes, of course.
And what was his reaction? What you ask him?
Means generally he is our student president of agricultural biotechnology.
Okay.
We have generally gone to meet him, and he has now been appointed as president of agricultural biotechnology student congress. Yes.
So आपका एक्सपीरियंस क्या था दादा से? आप जब मिले, आप जैसे बहुत लोग कहते थे कि दादा एक्सेसिबल नहीं, वो ऐसे खुल के बात नहीं करते, आपका ये एक्सपीरियंस है या आपका अलग एक्सपीरियंस है?
नहीं, ये लोगों का कहना गलत है. दादा एक हफ्ते में 2 हफ्ते में विद्या प्रतिष्ठान में सबके लिए अवेलेबल होते, जनता दरबार कार्यक्रम लेते, जहाँ पर जो भी लोगों की प्रॉब्लम्स है, जो भी आपके कोई भी प्रॉब्लम हो, सब लोग यहाँ के आसपास के सब लोग आते. 6 बजे से 10-11 बजे तक दादा 4-5 घंटे लोगों के लिए हर एक 2 हफ्ते में रहते.
He is very connected to people. Means people come there with wedding invitations and all. Means he's
So
such,
accessible. Dada is
yes,
accessible.
yes, very much. He is very accessible.
So
to
that's
people.
what we heard from this ground zero. The youngsters are of this opinion that the change should happen. But when we talk with them about their families, they said that yes, there is a confusion in their family whom to vote, because this is the first time I will say that Pawar versus Pawar is happening. Though in 1960 it happened, but Sharad Pawar didn't contest that election. He campaigned against his brother. But now Sharad Pawar's family members are contesting against each other. And from ground zero, I can clearly say that though the new generation, the first time voters have made up their mind, they are kind of in support of Ajit Pawar, but the older generation is still in dilemma whom to vote for, because for them both the leaders, or whether it's Supriya Sule or Ajit Pawar or Sharad Pawar, all of them are very close to them, all of them have worked for them, and all these people who are in some, say, I will say in their mid-age, they have seen all these 3 leaders working for the Baramati, and even everyone knows that what kind of development has happened in Baramati and how that development has happened. So it would be interesting to see, and for that we have to wait till the result day, because Baramati is going to cast their vote, but whom, that is right now not sure, though the young generation is saying that they want to see a change.